individual about both the cuts in the WIC program and the LIHEAP program, and she is available for questioning after the press conference.
Is it ARC?
Fair Housing Partnership.
Fair Housing Partnership.
Actually, can you call it all three?
Sure. Also, Just Harvest, the ARC of Greater Pittsburgh, and the Pittsburgh Community Services.
Can you just start
Well, I'll start as they come on there. My name is Dworin. I'm the Director of Enforcement for the Fair Housing Partnership. The Fair Housing Partnership advocates on behalf of victims of housing discrimination, along with assisting people with housing counseling. We are greatly concerned with the proposed cuts of H.R. 1. What is the greatest concern to us is this looks as if what we're doing is attacking those who are most in need. The disabled, the elderly, women and children, poor, and veterans. The reason I say that is because at the Fair Housing Partnership, part of what we do is assist those people in finding adequate housing, along with ensure that they are not victims of discrimination. The proposed cuts will impact each of those groups and increase the number of homelessness that we have here. Here in Allegheny County, we have one of the highest number of homeless veterans in the country. And yet, by cutting the funding for rental assistance, we end up cutting the funding to the veterans who are in need of rental assistance. As you heard previously, and I'm sure you'll hear again and again, the impact on single mothers with children. Again, by cutting the assistance under what is subsidized housing, we end up cutting their access to housing, and not just affecting the poor themselves, not just affecting the single mothers, but affecting their children and the generations that follow. On top of this, you heard me talk very briefly about the veterans. I am not only a member of the United States Marine Corps, once a Marine, always a Marine, but also one who has looked out for veterans issues here in Allegheny County. When we start talking about actually cutting subsidies to the veterans, that we made a promise to, so that we increase the number of homeless veterans. We have a 2-year minimum kind of waiting list for many of the subsidized housing that's available to us. By cutting these programs, what we do is keep people on the streets for longer periods of time. Is this the kind of country that we want to be? Are we the people who cannot fulfill the promises that we make to our veterans, to our poor, to our disabled? At the Fair Housing Partnership, we also have seen a dramatic increase